One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Hello YouTube viewers and random Doctor Who fans, I come before you today to review something which I know a lot of you have wanted me to review, which of course is this, the Doctor Who Trans-Temporal Sonic Screwdriver. So I went out and I got it, and here it is in its packaging, which as you can see is in this nice hexagonal shape, looks pretty cool. Down at the bottom here, as you can see, you've got that big Doctor Who logo there, Trans-Temporal Sonic Screwdriver written underneath it there with the character options logo. Up here, as you can see, it says 8 new sound effects, and as you can see, the box itself, even in the background there on the actual back, it's got this weird little blue vortex effect that looks quite nice, and a big viewing window here, which as you can see shows off all the sections of the screwdriver very nicely, and down the side here a little graphic which does the same thing. And as you can see down here, it says compatible with the personalize your own sonic screwdriver set, which is cool. And on the sides of the box here, nothing really special, just some instructions here, so it saves on paper by not including the instructions on a piece of paper on the inside, so that's cool. And of course your standard legal garb. And around the back here, this is really interesting because they haven't done this before, especially not with the personalize your sonic screwdriver set, which is they've given it this nice little kind of background here. I'm not going to actually read it out, but you can sort of pause that and read it in your own time. But that's interesting. So it kind of gives this screwdriver a reason to be almost, because obviously it wasn't in the show, it didn't appear in the show. So that's interesting, and I do like that. So as you can see, pretty much what we had on the front of the box there, and more legal garb down the bottom. So that does it for the packaging. So now that's what we always do, crack it open and take a look at the actual toy itself. Alrighty, so here we go, and as you can see, immediately there is a definite resemblance to the Personalize Your Sonic Screwdriver set in that it comes in these 4 sections here with a little power core here, and it fits together pretty much in the same way. So you take your little power core here and you take your handle, and that slides into place there. Then you want to take your little switch section here and line it up properly so it goes into place there. Clicks in, turn it, and then the button should align with this blue section here. Then you want to take your little end cap here, and then same thing really. So pop it in, turn it until it clicks into place, and then finally your emitter. This pops in and turns and clicks into place. And there you have it, your brand new, very own Trans-Temporal Sonic Screwdriver. And I have to admit, it is very, very good. It's definitely an improvement over the Sonics that we saw in the Personalize Your Sonic Screwdriver set. The build quality feels a lot more sturdier, and there's a lot more detail to it. So we'll go through that. So starting off here, right at the very top here, you can see the emitter is shaped like the 11th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver, but it's blue just like the 9th and 10th Doctor's Screwdriver. So it kind of feels like a nice amalgamation of the 9th and 10th and 11th Doctor's Screwdrivers, you know, as though the TARDIS was making the 9th and 10th Doctor's Screwdriver, then halfway through it got confused and started making the 11ths, and then, you know, this is kind of a weird little hybrid screwdriver, so that's quite cool. Moving down here, you've got this section, which kind of reminds me of the neural relay that we saw in the River Song Sonic from the Silence in the Library episodes. So that's nice. So if that is a nod to that, I'm very glad that they included that design. It looks nice. You've got these little wires coming out here. And then moving down to the button section here, I love the design on this. It's very kind of like old brass sort of design on it. The detail on it really, really looks nice, and that kind of red pattern underneath it. I don't know if this is Edwardian or Victorian or whatever the heck it's supposed to be, but it really, really does look nice. And as you can see, there's almost like a little blue crystal in there. There's this weird kind of little, I don't know what that is, if it's a switch or a gauge or something, but as you can see, the detail on it looks really nice. It looks really worn and old. And then you have another crystal here, and the switch there too, all looking very nice. Then you've got the handle, which is a section that I really, really don't like. It looks like it doesn't really fit in with the rest of the screwdriver, but I'm sure there's a handle from the Personalize Your Sonic Screwdriver set this can be swapped out with. But this, to me, doesn't really look too nice. In fact, it kind of puts me in mind of the 9th and 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver handle. So, you know, again, tying in with that hybrid 9th and 10th and 11th Doctor screwdriver idea. But no, I don't really think that fits in too well. And then at the bottom here, you've got this lovely end cap here, which looks very coppery, and you know, it's got all these kind of rivets around the edges here, and all this great detail on it, all these little bits of pipes and tubing and that sort of thing that comes out of the end of it. Kind of puts me in mind of like a really old-fashioned boiler. So when it comes to detail, this thing really does look nice and is definitely a vast improvement over some of the sections that we saw in the Personalizer Sonic Screwdriver set. And of course, the screwdriver also comes with light and sound effects. So I'll just show those off for you here. So as you can see, pushing that down, you get the standard sonic noise here. And this lights up the emitter really nicely. It also lights up that neural relay section there on both sides. And the same as this little kind of dual diamond section here. Lights up on both sides too. That looks really great. As well as that, you also have this sound effect, which I kind of think is the wood setting, I'm not too sure. And just like the Personalizer Sonic Screwdriver set and the 11th Doctor Sonic as well, it's got some hidden sound effects, so let's cycle through those and let you guys have a listen. So as you can hear, a varied range of sound effects, and I think I counted about 9 there in total. So definitely a lot of different sound effects included. Unfortunately, though, I don't know if it's just me, but a lot of those sound effects sounded very similar, which is kind of a shame because you want the sound effects of the screwdriver to make lots of different noises, just like the Personalizer Sonic Screwdriver set did. So it's kind of a shame that while they've included such variety with all these sound effects, a lot of them do sound the same. So doing the size comparison here, you can see that the Temporal Sonic Screwdriver is just a tiny bit longer than the actual 11th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver and is roughly around the same thickness. So all in all, what do I think of this toy? Well, it's definitely a great improvement over what we saw with the Personalizer Sonic Screwdriver set. The build quality is far superior, as is the detail, and I really like what they've done by including that kind of little bio and background on the back of the box. So it kind of gives this screwdriver meaning, and inadvertently gives meaning to the 3 screwdrivers that we saw in the Personalizer Sonic Screwdriver set. So it definitely is a plus. People who would like this are definitely people who would like the Personalizer Sonic Screwdriver set, because essentially what this is an expansion pack for that set, because obviously these 4 sections here pop off and are interchangeable with the parts from that set, and also you get that new power core in the middle of it too, so you can give your Sonic Screwdriver creations from the Personalizer Sonic Screwdriver set the new noises from this set, so definitely is a plus. I definitely would see more kids going for this over collectors, but then again, it's your own personal preference. For me, really, I don't really like things like this because obviously they're not part of the show. We didn't see them in the actual series, but that's just my preference. If you've seen this review and you've seen them in shops and you like them, yes, definitely go out and get them, because the detail on them really does look wonderful and will look great whenever it's up on display, if you are a bit of a mad collector, much like myself. But no, definitely, I think I can definitely see more kids or adults buying this, which is strange too, because I think this was originally supposed to be part of the adventure games, or it was supposed to be part of the Eternity Clock, or one of those Doctor Who games, but it was dropped at the last minute. I don't know, I think I heard that somewhere, so it's kind of a shame, but still they went ahead and made the toy, and I'm fairly glad that they did. So that pretty much brings us to the end of this review. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's countless more videos online. Thank you again for watching, and remember to keep following the nerd. Bye bye.